Hello, today I'm going to be talking about backup and restore, and this is for my unit M3. Now M3 is about backing up information and recovering plans. So this file that I'm showing now, this is the plan that I created, and I'll just be going through how the software and the things that I was backing up refers to this. So the first thing is Windows backup. Now on the internet it shows how you do it. Windows support, it shows you Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8.1, it shows it all. So the backup, it shows how you do the backup with this point, all this here. You can create new files, do a full backup. You can create an image, create a system image, which I'll show you in this video. Create a restore point, which is also an easy step, and to restore and restore backup. So the first thing we'll be doing is restore. Now, questions that are asked is, what's the difference between restore and backup? Well, backup is you're backing up information that you don't want to be lost. So if anything happens to your computer, it's still be in a location. So materials that could be used is internal software, hardware, portable hardware, and like USBs, which I've got for instance, which I'll be using for the backup. So that's backup. Restore, I have some information here. It's just a system restore, which is features in Microsoft Windows. Allows users to revert their computer state. It includes system files, installed applications, registries, and system settings. So that's basically the point, which can be used to recover from system manufacturers or other problems. So to restore the computer, we'll need to go over these points: disaster and recovery plan. So when you come to recover, right, you need to make sure that you have a plan, because anything could go wrong when you're doing it. You get viruses when you're backing up, and you don't want that to be lost. So that's where restore point comes in, where you can take your computer back to like a different day, so maybe a day before, but you can create that, or it saves automatically. So in this bit we've got disaster and recovery plan, which I've done for the M3. So like businesses like Sky, who use disaster and recovery plan, if their system fails they need to back up, so Sky will secure their data and it'll be recoverable. Using different methods of storage will suit the business, so Sky could use external hardware like external disks or USBs, which they can back up their system. So when it comes to backing up, we need to make sure that we have a backup, and this is what a USB is for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into the computer. Once it's in, it'll come up. You click on it, and it says configure this drive for backup file history. So this is what this is: save copies to files automatically. So once that is on, things will be saved to the USB automatically. Files. Here we've got the recovery. So things can be recovered, and then you got Windows Update. Right. So what we need is to go to the control panel. Control panel. Once you're in the control panel, as you can see here, it says save backup files with a file history. Now this is where iUSB, so this is our backup option, and if you have like a file on the computer, it will save to this as well. So this is basically the history of files. So once that drive is removed, it will remove itself. So like this, it should remove itself. I'll refresh the page. There you go, it's disconnected because it's not in. So the files will then be saved to this USB. So when we want a system recovery, we have to go to the settings. So carrying on with the restore, when we want to make a recovery, not restore, when we want to make a recovery, we go to the settings and we click on recovery. Right, and you'll see there it says create a recovery drive. Now we want to create a recovery drive, so click yes there. And then the recovery drive will then start to be created. Now I don't want to do that, so but once the recovery drive is done, it'll say like that. It says connect to USB drive, and it must be the USB flash drive. So for instance, this is 128 gigabyte, so that's more than enough for the 132 gigabyte. So it's got to be at least 32 gigabyte. But everything on the drive will be deleted. So once that's done, it will create a recovery drive. So once you've done that, you will then go down to your settings, and again search settings, PC settings, right, and what you have to do is you want to go into update and recovery. Right. You go to recovery, which is selection, and then you get three options, which is refresh your PC without affecting your files, remove everything and reinstall Windows, and then advanced startup. Now we want to the advanced startup, so you press restart now, and then once it's finished, it will come up with this advanced options. Now what we want is system image recovery. Now you click on that, and it'll take you to select your hard drive, so USB that you're using. You click on that and that will start your recovery. So that's how you do system recovery. So the next one I'm going to do is system restore. Now, as stupid as it seems, system restore is above. You do the same thing as you did, but instead of creating a recovery, it's a system restore. So you come to the same settings as what you did for this system image recovery. So settings, upgrade and restore, update and restore, advanced options, and then system restore. And this will allow you can create a system restore as well. So say I created one yesterday, right, and something went wrong today, I can go to this option, click system restore, and I can go back to yesterday day. So everything that happened today will not have happened, and it'll start back from yesterday. So that's system restore. So now I'm going to go into talk about backup. Now we're backing up the computer, and when we did the system image recovery, that was also classed as backing up, right? But for like users who want to save files, this is what you did, and I did kind of like briefly go over it, right? So what you need to do is you want to go to control panel, it'll take you to this page, and you want to go to system security, and you want to save backup copies to your files with file. Now, I currently have it disconnected, so when I stick my USB in, which I'll just grab a minute, it should come up. There we go. So when you click on it, it says backup. Configure this drive for backup file history. I don't know why it's taking me there, but if we refresh that, you can see it's come back on. So everything will be backed up on this USB, right? And they put from the files. So everything in my files now, when I go in, it'll be backed up, right? And if you want to select a drive, you just go to select a drive, and all your drives will be searched and it'll come in a list here. That's basically you back up, and that's how you simply do it. So I'm just going to talk briefly through my plan. So, disaster and recovery plan. So we covered that in this tutorial, and that's talking about disaster that could occur. So we made a recovery plan, and that's a restore point, and that's one of the main issues that we have. So making one of theirs helped us, and that's what I did. The next one is how to make sure that the data you have backed up is usable. Now, to make sure that the data you backed up is usable, you just simply go onto your USB, you open your USB file. So, for instance, you go into files. So yeah, it's here. So you can see all the files will be saved here, and all you want to do is, I ain't got any saved on. But what we want to make, by making sure, all you have to do is you have to click on the file and make sure it opens. If it opens, the data you've backed up is usable. If it doesn't, then it's not. And that's where you use the restore point to make sure to go back. So how secure is the data? Doing it the right way, it's definitely secure. If you do it through dodgy people and not doing it through the right, it's not going to be secure at all. What options do we need to take into account with regards to the number of copies where they should be stored? So, like for instance, I've used a USB. Now, a USB is good, but if there was a fire in my house or anything happened, then it can destroy the USB. Therefore, I cannot use that USB because it was destroyed. So something like OneDrive is perfect to store, so that would be a better option for people. So I would recommend using OneDrive or iCloud. Speak. What software you might use to complete tasks? So we use Windows, but there's other ones which I've listed there: VMware Center Server, Avamar, RStudio, Networker, and these are some that help you back up. Google Backup's also good, which also is recommended by a few people. So the media we use, which I used here, was USB, and other people use different ones, but as long as you use one to back up and restore. And how do you schedule a task, manual and automatic, at a certain time? So a problem that comes is a lot of people, like businesses, talking their point, they want to do it when staff aren't going to be affected. But for people like us users, we can do it whenever because we ain't got anyone working for us. But if you you need to make sure that it's not going to interrupt staff's time. So making sure that it's done at a certain time where it's not going to affect the business is perfect. So that's why they need a plan, and this is where this M3 planning comes in. So yeah, that's how you do the backup and restore and hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.